Today we're going to be looking at parts of speech. The reason why we specifically talk about parts of speech is so we know how certain words function in a sentence. This helps us form coherent and interesting sentences. Today we're specifically going to be looking at nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, and adverbs, and how to identify each of these different parts of speech. So, first we're starting with nouns, which we've been talking about since probably the first grade. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. An idea is something such as bravery or love that cannot necessarily be assigned to a specific object. Okay, it's more of a concept or an idea. One thing you can do to test for nouns and to see whether the word fits into this construction. If you can put a, an, or the in front of the word, it is most likely a noun. For instance, a, an, or the clown. Well, yes, you could say a clown or the clown. Therefore, clown fits into the construction, so it is a noun. In example 2, we have the word ran. You cannot say a ran, an ran, or the ran. Therefore, ran does not fit into the construction, and it is not a noun. We also have pronouns. A pronoun replaces a noun. The noun that the pronoun represents is called the pronoun's antecedent. Make note of this word. Pronouns must agree in number with the antecedents they represent. Some examples of pronouns are somebody, he, who, this, you, they, ours, and them. Here's a pronoun antecedent example. Some people like Justin Bieber, but others despise him. In this case, him is the pronoun. The antecedent is Justin Bieber. If we took out the pronoun, the sentence would read, some people like Justin Bieber, but others despise Justin Bieber. We know we're talking about Justin Bieber, so we can replace Justin Bieber with the word him. Pipe down, Justin Bieber, we're just talking about pronouns here. Next up, we have adjectives. An adjective is a word that modifies or restricts the meaning of a noun. Adjectives usually answer these questions: what kind of, which, how many, how much. An example is the messy desk. This answers which desk. It's the messy desk. Or, in example 2, we have the sullen old man. In this case, sullen and old modify which old man we're talking about. Therefore, sullen and old are both adjectives. A verb is a word or group of words that expresses an action or state of being. Look for a word or words that express action, a state of being, or a condition. If the word fits into the following construction, it can usually be identified as a verb. If you can put I, you, he, she, we, or they in front of a word, it is most likely a verb. For instance, I laugh, he laughs, she laughs, we laugh, they laugh. Laugh here fits in the construction and it is a verb. However, the word candle does not fit into the construction. You would not say I candle, you candle, he candles, she candles, we candle. That doesn't make sense because candle is a noun. Here we have adverbs. An adverb is a word that restricts the meaning of verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Adverbs usually tell how, when, where, how much, to what extent, under what conditions, and sometimes why. Adverbs usually end in ly. For example, the family posed awkwardly for the photo. Awkwardly describes how the family posed. So we know that it modifies the word posed being a verb, so awkwardly is an adverb. It also, if you notice, ends in ly, which also gives us the hint that it is an adverb. Example 2, the turtle crossed the road slowly. How did the turtle cross the road? It crossed the road slowly. Slowly, therefore, modifies how the turtle crossed the road, making it an adverb. Let's put these tests to the test. Our first example is the kitten swatted at the dog's tongue. Let's do the noun test. A, an, or the swatted. Nope, this doesn't really make sense. So let's try the adjective test. Does it answer what kind of, which, how many, or how much? It sure doesn't. So, our other test, the verb test. Can we say I swatted, she swatted, they swatted, he swatted? This is correct. It fits into our verb test and it is an action. Therefore, it is a verb. As we can see, the cat is swatting at the dog's tongue, making it an action. Our second example is the ugly sweater. Very lovely sweater. Noun test. Can we say a, an, or the ugly? Definitely not. What about our adjective test? Does it answer what kind of, which, how many, or how much? Yes, it answers which sweater. It's the ugly one, of course. And next, the verb test. I ugly, she ugly, he ugly, they ugly. First of all, don't be rude. Second of all, this does not make sense without the verb is. Therefore, it is not a verb. Example 3. An awful homicide. Our noun test. A, an, or the homicide. Eureka! This is correct. You can say the homicide or a homicide. Therefore, it is a noun. Adjective test. Does it answer what kind of, which, how many, or how much? No way. What about the verb test? I homicide. This does not make sense. Homicide is a noun, so it cannot be conveying an action. You wouldn't say I homicide, she homicide, they homicide. That doesn't make sense. A couple last points I would like to make is that if you are taking a vocabulary test and have to identify parts of speech, try putting the words into sentences. This can often help you determine the parts of speech. Also, use the test we talked about today. Please come to class tomorrow with any specific questions you may have on this topic. See you in class.